Let's go. Maybe I went a little too fast. F5. Refresh. Go, go, go. Woohoo. All right, guys, we're back live, and it seems to work. And I just made something crazy. Look at this. Look at this. I can move you around. I'm gonna take that up. I plugged you. I just, during the reboot that took forever, I just tie wrapped the camera on top of the old camera. So there's no more camera at the front, and now we're good. Technologia!
Technologia! Technologia!
It's beautiful.
Technologia!
All right, guys, so are we ready to work a little bit on that? I have a few hours in front of me. Eventually gonna have to go cook some dinner, but I have an afternoon in front of me, which is fantastic. So what we're gonna try is not kill the camera once today. So I'm gonna start by making sure the USB extension is not all messed up. So let me do that, because I did mess it up a little bit there. There we go. And as we go, by the way, Narky, it looks like our setup for the data logger and the camera on the Cheetos. So that's gonna give you an idea of how redneck it is, and we love that. What are we up to today? So we won't be moving the cap for no reason. Today we're gonna keep it simple. It's gonna be a lovely little stream. We just lost a few people, not too bad. Absolutely pro streamer. Well, I mean, at least I'm gonna order the new stuff, right? There we go. So that car has been sitting outside for the last 2 weeks pretty much. Everything's fine, didn't leak water in it. There was like a tarp on top of it to make sure to prevent any leak, any like unwanted, unsolicited issues with it. And what we're gonna be playing, oh my god. Yeah, she saved it from a tornado indeed, because she's a badass. She's a freaking badass. That's straight fact right there. That was excellent, to be honest. While she was sick. That's how crazy it was. So there we go. Can we bring that down a little bit more? Yes, we can. All right. There we go. So basically, this is where I want to go today. I don't know. I think I know. It's been a few times now, and I thought it was just a coincidence. Do you see my finger right there? There's oil. I think that my master cylinder might be leaking in the piston area, and that could explain why we have no brake on the car. If it's leaking there, it basically means the pressure can extract somewhere it shouldn't extract. So we're gonna go take a look. My main idea today is to go and undo this here. Basically, it's in between that shiny part and that dark part right here, like the master itself. So we're gonna start by unplugging those two and see if anything's wrong with them. I hope I will have enough play to just slide it around and make sure everything's good there. Otherwise, we might have to disconnect the lines, which will be a little bit shitty, but I feel like I can maybe save myself a bit of struggle there. If not, we're just gonna undo the two at the top here so we can actually just remove it entirely. Is just gonna make a little mess, but hey, it's part of the game. All right, chat, let's do this. For real? That's excellent. I love that. I love that. It happened the other night where a flow screamer was played and Kratos actually heard it through my mic and jumped. That's excellent. I love that. By the way, guys, we've been doing some test drive with Danik last Sunday after we finished the stream that was quite short in the end, because we basically got it done in no time, both modification and honestly, Anarchy, I'm gonna tell you that I was really impressed with how much of the turbo noise he gained from just an air filter box. It's actually insane. Like right now you hear the bypass valve turning on and going, and it's so good. That car just became freaking amazing to drive. I told him it's not a really fuel economic mud heated, because obviously he's always gonna be on the throttle slightly to go and do a little and yeah, you know how it is, right? Turbo noises make so much smiles, put so much smiles in your face that you're always on it. And I know the Datsun's gonna be the same. I'm always gonna be on the blow-up valve. I just wanna hear that thing. Maybe I don't need the extension. It's just a classic at this point. Let's go. So, I don't know why it will be leaking from there, but I really have the impression that this is where our issue is coming from. All right, can I go with the wrench? It will be probably easier. I can. So we won't be emptying anything for now. All we want to go is take a look at what's going on in there to make sure that we are safe. But I'm almost sure I have something wrong in between those two, and this is where my issue for the brake pedal is coming from. I'm gonna go like this. Miles per gallon are the most important things, Jonesy. I do agree with that. The miles per gallon, baby. The Datsun's gonna be all about it. So see already, right there, I can see that something's happening. So hopefully, like I said, it won't be too heavy or anything for the lines. I'm gonna go slowly removing those two. So we want to see what's going on in here. So I don't have any, well, I have a tiny bit of oil there. It feels like, but nothing crazy, to be honest. Here, everything seems good. The adapter is there. So my main idea right now is two things. Either the master cylinder is not properly bled anymore, since we had a tiny leak on it and all that. I feel like, and power, yeah, I do agree. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll have the same miles per gallon. Yeah, the same fuel economy as your RX-8, but I'm gonna have the power that goes with it. That's a fact. That's a fact. Maybe I will bring you to the other side, guys. I feel like you can't see shit from that distance. You can kind of see, but not really well. Sorry, I don't have any other cam to change when I'm moving everything, but yeah. There we go. That's way better. A top view like that. Now you're gonna be able to see something. So basically, we just disconnected that. That's going in there. Every time I'm pressing the brake pedal, what's going on is that in here, we have a pin pushing inside there. First thing first, I'm wondering if the clearance is good there. Oh yeah? Why not? I mean, well, yeah, NRQ, what he wants is the V6 version of an LS, though. Because V8 are kind of intense for an RX-8. So do we have... So I have the pin getting out there. That's no doubt. The pin is getting out. From there, can we get a way to measure the distance between each of them? So from there to there, and from inside there, because I would love to know if I have the actual clearance and everything for it. Because if it's not that, it has to be that the master cylinder isn't bled properly. I think bleeding it again on the bench will be the probably first thing to do. So it will mean to remove those there. Oh, it's gonna be a mess, but I think it might be the first thing to do before starting to work everything out there, and actually that will allow me to do all the measurement and everything, because basically we have an adapter in here that allows us to bring the brake pedal close, like the shim and everything, to put that in the right range and all that. But like, yeah, it's hard to tell. I kind of want to remove that though. Oh, that's 13. Well, and take a double look. New lines and improving my line. I hate not working on the chase and the lead. Yeah, the lead I'm actually not bad. The chase I have more difficulties. I'm too aggressive usually in the lead in there. Yeah, it's a command option, and it's most likely the easiest-ish one, because like, let's be honest, right now technically my swap is done. It's all about like making the brake and everything, but that's a different system. Yo, what up, Mr. Brown? Down, baby. Hell yeah, how we doing today, Mr. Brown? So far, the Datsun is the third car in the garage this morning. Well, today, so far. I got a Toyota Corolla this morning I had to do a checkup on. Then after that, I got the BMW back in here, where I actually went on and reworked the alignment, because basically when I reinstalled the front suspension, my steering wheel was so off. I was not even imagining driving the car to the shop where they're gonna align the car. So I decided to get it back in the garage and readjust that. And yeah, got a bunch of things done. Was a pretty efficient there so far. All right, let's go take a look inside there, but that shouldn't be, like, the brake booster shouldn't be the side that's giving us trouble, but still, we're gonna go take a look. Can I do this, do that? For the front one, I won't have the choice but to use a ratchet. We're gonna go take the small ratchet there. How we doing today, Mr. Pound? Lunch, nap time, peaceful Vintu voice to love me. And on those kind, lovely words, Mr. Pound closes his eyes and starts listening to the sound of some ratcheting in the garage. Counting the sheeps, he ended up falling asleep, taking a lovely nap like he deserved. Is that good? All right, we're gonna go check that out here and here. So the most important part is to not force against the oil line, the brake fluid line, because we don't want to bend one or snap one. Because yeah, a brake pedal isn't something complicated. It's only because it's hydraulic fluid that it makes it a little bit complicated. But technically speaking, it's one of the easiest type of like, how would I say that? Of system, because it's basically just a pin pressing against like some sort of a pump or something, if you want. So there we go. And that might be one of the way we could adjust it. So this is our adapter plate right there. Hey, Akhtar, welcome in. Yep, looks pretty. Is that the first time you see the inside of the car? Is that the first time? I hope it's not, but if it is, yeah, welcome into the Datsun. It is. Well, there you go, sir. This is my Datsun 280 ZX Turbo. Been working since the last 2 years, almost 2 years now. Next month it will be two. No, we're getting in July. In 2 weeks, it will be 2 years, guys, that we're working on that car. Oh my God, I need to get it done, done. Oh my God, that was the K-pop sound that got stuck in my head again. Gonna show you how it's done. I'm sorry. So yeah, basically we're gonna go with that here. This is the adapter plate going on. So Akhtar, if you don't know, this is a 6-liter V8 with a shiny little turbo there, big ass radiator. And right now we're working on the brake system here because the brake are not working good at all. So we're gonna go ahead and try to fix those. And basically one of the reason is that I just don't get any pressure. I'm sure and certain that the actual system is bleeding properly. However, I'm always getting the issue of like no brake pedal at all. So that is actually a little bit rough on the mental. But now I just saw something that we might be taking a look into. So basically, guys, I finally got the hood ready to get molded and change the fiberglass. Nice, that's so cool. Let's freaking go. So yeah, basically this is an adapter plate. This is a Toyota 4Runner from the 90s brake booster, which is basically bolt-on, except you have to just trim the link to the pedal, but it is bolt-on in the same bolt pattern and everything to the Datsun pedal. So this is technically speaking an upgrade. It is a little bigger and all that, but also the best thing with those is that 4-bolt pattern at the front has the possibility to get a lovely little adapter plate like this to adapt to a Willwood brake booster, master cylinder, I mean, like that. And from there you get, and I won't be able to get it out, right? Nope, but you get an adapter that goes into the brake booster, why am I saying booster nonstop? The master cylinder here to bring those two close to each other, so to compensate for the thickness and everything. Now, I feel like one of the potential reason why my brake system isn't working might be due to that pin being too far from this, and actually when it starts pressing, it's not going far enough in the actual master cylinder. So what we're gonna do first is actually go ahead and take a look at the thickness of the plate versus here the thickness of that sleeve sliding inside here, and we're gonna check out if we can like find the gap and see if it's working or not. I see at the end of here that it seems like, yep, I can loosen up that and extend the pin here, and that's something I didn't know. So I'm really suspecting that this could be the only reason we're not getting brake pedals. If it is, might be able to just adjust that, and I'm speaking to a camera that's not even there at the front because I just don't have any more camera right now at the front. Sorry, usually it's a double camera setup. But yeah, so basically if it works and it's only a matter of clearance, maybe our system is already good. Oh, you didn't know that? That's true, 1-7. And by the way, welcome in. Sorry, I forgot to say hello earlier. I was figuring out the issues with my camera. This is a 4Runner 96, 98, something like that. Basically, take a look at the one that has 4 bolts in a rectangle pattern at the front. It is from the 90s, basically, and it is the equivalent. You need to take a look at the equivalent of a Toyota Hilux from the 90s in Australia, in the part of the world like that. So basically, Hilux brake booster are the same, like it's the same car as a 4Runner we got in North America, and yeah, the 4Runner from the 90s have the same bolt pattern. So basically you just have to shorten the linkage to the pedal by about an inch, more or less an inch. So you're gonna be cutting some thread, that's it, and it fits right there. So that's something Muddy Karmas actually did on their own Datsun Z, because yeah, the brake booster for the Z and the ZX are actually the same bolt pattern, just the different size. And that one is obviously bigger than from factory, but it fits nicely in place. Didn't have to modify anything, I think, really. Just slide in there, cut the link, plug that to the pedal. You can actually buy a couple of adapter, like I would say kind of fork if you want, that goes on each side of the pedal, so you can put the slider pin. On my side, did I modify the position? I didn't know. I pinned it in the exact same position as OEM. So yeah, that's working great. And then you can put a Toyota brake booster. By the way, I don't know if you know, but also you can put some 4-pot caliper from a Toyota pickup 1988. 1988 Toyota pickup will fit at the front. Most likely you will just need to potentially thread the caliper, not the bracket, but the caliper itself, so you can bolt into it. But it's the same exact pattern as the Datsun one, and you might need a shim to space out the disc brake to its place. But yeah, they work in there. So basically you can use the good master cylinder with those brakes to make it work greatly. All right, dull caliper time. I hope, guys, it won't be too awful to watch the stream with only one cam and most likely the same point of view for the entire day. It's gonna be most likely a chilling and talking stream today. So here, what I want to know is the exact thickness, which is about 32 mil. So I have 32 mil of plate going in front here, which works really great so far. From those 32 mil, and that's gonna be the hardest part because it's still on the car, but basically I want to check by how much it goes into that. Maybe that one I won't have the choice but to use something else. So I'm gonna start writing down some notes there just to make sure I'm not losing my track of what I'm measuring. So this, and we have that. Let's use the package from the tie rod of the BMW there. So a plate for adapter plate, 32 mil. Then after that, what I want to know is the actual thickness of that. I might just use an old trick of getting some steel wire and using that to mark it and measure it outside. Or actually, I have that here. That's perfect. I have a piece of welding rod there. So what I'm gonna do is just install that like this. Oh wait, it's not fully. That's interesting. There we go. So it won't be the most precise way to measure it, but should be doing the job to get a good approximation there. So that one will be 14 mil. So master out is 14 mil. Then the pin in itself is sitting a little bit lower, so we're gonna go there and try to take a decent measurement. So the lowest point there, is it really scientifically accurate? Absolutely not. Is it gonna give us a little idea? Normally, yes. So basically, I will double take that one just to make sure. So I need to make it go out. It's really rough too. double check my measurement that it was pretty good. So pretty much 10 mil. So the master cylinder inside is 10 mil. If you want to see what I'm doing there, there we go. So I'm taking all my measurement there. So basically what I measure now is the thickness of the adapter plate, the thickness of the outside here, also how much it's going, like there, it's like carved inside that cylinder here. So I took the measurement there from where the pin's supposed to touch. Now the last one, I will need to take a measurement and count for it, is while I'm putting back this plate in place, how much between here, inside there, and the actual that's gonna be a tough one, because that one I need to be sitting on top of the actual pin. Right about here, and hold it and all. Oh my god, that won't be fun. It's pretty much there. Yeah, it's a really tough one to measure properly. That's about 18 mil. Booster 18. All right. Now we need to make some quick maths. So I need to figure out, oh man, I need coffee for that. All right, that I need a chair, and I need to use my brain cells, which are on a holiday. Happy Canada Day, by the way, to any fellow Canadian folks. Hope you're doing amazing today. So let me try to explain what's going on in there. So basically, on one side we have this, which is the brake booster, the brake master cylinder, I mean, on that one, which is extending like that. And that measurement here is 14 mil. But it goes back inside here, so like this, by 10 mil. So this is a 10 inside there. So this is like minus 10 technically. So we have 14 mil here. That's gonna go inside the adapter plate. So the adapter plate goes like this and goes like that. Let's do this like this. Like that, and technically it's like a hole in the center. And this one here is a total of 32. That's an ugly 32. I said 32 total. And basically from the brake booster, there's a pin going inside there. And that one's supposed to mate with that one here, and that one is sticking in, so that distance between the front here and that, it is that is the 18 mil at the minute. So this is 18. So we need to figure out Canada, the 51st state of America. Wait, what? Never. So basically we need to figure out if that here, when it gets inside, how far back is the plate it needs to touch versus the pin inside here. So we need to take and find the difference, and if there's a gap, by like how much is that gap and how can we figure that out. So technically speaking, if I'm not wrong, it will be 32 minus 14 to make technically everything flush. So let me guess that. So 32 minus 14, just so that here sits flush to that here. So we are now with that inside there, and where it sits, this is the 0.0, so this is minus 18, and that's gonna be, technically it sits 4 mil, so 14 minus 10 mil. The sitting point of that pin here is at 4 mil inside. So, oh, that's simple actually. I'm over complicating the thing. Look at this. I know that here versus there, once both are sitting like, once these two are sitting together here, I know that like when it gives us that, basically, my thing goes in by 14 mil. However, the sitting point here is like 10 mil inside, so it is 4 mil from there. So this is 4 mil, and I know now that here, technically speaking, from the adapter plate to the pin, it is 18 mil like I have written there, which means I need to bring that pin out so it sits closer to that. Like technically I'm only 4 mil in, so I need to go from 18 mil to about 4 mil. That's as easy as that. I'm overcomplicating things. My brain just realized it was like a eureka. I'm done with my practice for the day. I forgot to ask what cars do you drift on? I said, oh, also you're only delaying the inevitable. What do you mean I'm delaying the inevitable? And for the cars, anything, anything from the basic E30 drift to the, what are they called already? Name the different pack you think of. 51st State, oh fuck off mate. Never going to happen. Fuck right off. With your dumbass president, no thank you sir. No politic, but I will just say that. I was about to say, name the different cars. I've been using quite a few on different servers, so I'm pretty much good with, well, good, decent with any of them, but yeah. So we're gonna go and try to see by how much we can. Okay, that's the pin, and we can take it out by quite a lot, more than I was expecting. So basically now we're gonna take a look. So basically from my point of view, there was a full centimeter out of almost like a centimeter of travel. Like there's probably 2 centimeters max of travel. So basically I'm suspecting that right now we were using not even like 30% of the master cylinder capacity when we were pressing the brake. We were depressing the brake pedal. So yeah, that might be it. What we're gonna check is how much we were sitting on that here, on that nut right there. So we're gonna take a look how long this is. And I'm hoping I have enough to make the adapter there. And technically I should, because as I said, let me check back my little drawing there. I need 14 mil. Yeah, it won't cover everything, but it should help. So basically I can just barely do a few turn in there and we should be good. I would have to take something a little longer, to be honest. So just a couple of turn and we're gonna lock it in place and see if it changes the feeling of the pedal. Other possibilities also to to buff that on the belt sander. It is aluminum, so it's not too hard to do, as long as we try to keep it actually flat. We could try to just remove material from the backside here. That way it will shrink it a little bit and allow us to basically throw that in there and close the gap. But that's not my ideal scenario. So yeah, we're gonna go like this. Now the only thing is I'm gonna go and take a look. Maybe I'm gonna keep a few little more thread, and we're gonna be just checking out what wrench we need to lock it in place. VDC car, yeah, VDC, I've used them. Not my favorite, but not bad. I've had better. Well, better. It depends on what track actually. On some track they've been good, but on some track I was like, yeah, they feel like too. How would I explain it? Too much power for a car that pivot, if I remember right. Yeah, okay, it's Comtrax. Okay, that's cool. Because yeah, if I remember, they were like feeling like they were doing some really violent switchback. So I was always tweaking the sway bar and the rebound of my car to get it to work nicely, and it was pissing me off, to be honest. So that here and that at the front is smaller. So we're gonna go grab, it's probably a quarter. We're just gonna hold it in place. We're gonna lug that, and if we solve our brake issue just like that, how cool would that be? Boom. So this is now in place, sticking out nicely compared to what it was doing. I have a few ideas of how we can also improve that setup if needed, but yeah. So now, basically, if I give you a look at it. Hey, Viking, how we doing? Welcome in, sir. Hope your day's going great. All right, can you see? It's so rough to make you see whatever I'm doing in there. Oh, and yeah, when it compensates, it starts to get laggy. All right, I'm gonna have to keep it like this. All right, can you see that here? Yes, you can. You'll see that pin move when I'm depressing the brake pedal, and that's exactly what we want. So basically, if I'm going there and doing this, you see that? That's exactly the movement we want. This is exactly what it's meant to do. And therefore, we're gonna try to make it work. Whee! Colors are so weird on that cam. Yeah, let's go, Kratos. Now close the game until white, because you don't want to be burnt out for that. Oh, that's cool. Okay, the new one are better. I love that. I can't wait to test them, to be fair. I need to accept your invite to the server on my other computer. I saw it and all, received it, but yeah, I need to get it accepted. But right now, I'm practicing Spa-Francorchamps, because apparently we decided with the super cool, awesome group that we are for the sim racing stuff, to maybe do the 24-hour in 2 weekends. And compared to a lot of people driving on sim racing, Francorchamps is not a track I've actually I've actually played a lot, so I need to figure that track out a little bit. And Kratos, go touch some grass, man. Legit. What the fuck? I mean, that's cool, but like, yeah, I can't be asked to put so much time on a game. On my side, I've already gave up the Prestige 2 because I don't give a fuck about that game. There we go. There. So yeah, that one is sticking out way more than it was. And if this is our trouble, and right there we get to a point where we actually get some brake pedal, this is freaking insane. It is a successful day, which means we might dive into something a little bit more intense. Because there's one thing left to do on that car, that is fixing the oil leak, and that won't be fun, but it has to be done. There we go. Now let's try to put that back in there, like this. Like that. That. Imagine if it works. How cool will that be? That. Let's go with just a 14 mil like this. Up. Up. Thought I had, yep. Yeah, I think in the next 2 weeks I'm gonna be mostly putting my own free time on Spa-Francorchamps max, like trying to maxing my skills in that track with the Porsche GT3 we just raced, because we might go for 24 hours. Oh, Anarchy, are you still around? I got an idea and I want to talk to the team about it, but like since I'm thinking about it right now, had an idea last evening. That could be pretty cool. He might not be around. Perp, 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 perp. Okay, well, easy test to do right now, guys. Let's press that set brake pedal. Because basically, if I'm getting a stiff pedal, that means we gain something. If I'm getting nothing but this, like, smooth, not stiff at all brake pedal, well, we gain nothing and it's sad. We have brakes! We freaking have brakes, guys! All right, let me try to start the car and see how it feels under vacuum. Oh, yo, we have brakes! It was that simple. Man, the pedal is stiff as fuck. Whoa! I was so scared. Oh my God. Okay, so let me explain something, okay? One of the reasons we waited that long before working on this, and I don't like the fact that the cam is looking like that. Let me do this. Up. Up. Sorry, guys. One cam setup are not ideal. So basically, one of the reasons we waited so long to go there is because my worst fear in one way was that we will have to remove the entire part right here, bring it to the bench over there, and actually redo the entire bleeding procedure to make sure we remove all the air into the master cylinder. Because it seems like the way it feels is that when you are actually having air into your brake system, you press the pedal, like you depress the pedal, I think they call it. You depress the pedal, and when you do that, it will maybe become a little bit stiff and then go all smooshy. And the reason it go like all smooshy like that is because the air bubble through the hydraulic fluid will compress where the hydraulic fluid is not compressible. So those air bubbles will compress a little bit and make the pedal feel like all smooth, not stiff at all, no feeling at all in it, and it's really awful. And that sometimes some system you have to chase those bubbles for a long time. We redid the bleeding like 3 times on the car so far. We've been trying to figure out what was wrong with the brake systems for so long. All that to, in the end, having a gap that was just too far. There was about 10 to 12, actually it was, I have the math right there. On my unprecise measurement, it was about 14 mil of gap on something that travels about 25 mil, if I remember correctly. Like, that brake pedal, that brake booster, the pin, the weight pivot, it travels for about 25 millimeter, pushing into the master cylinder, and we had 14 of them that were useless. So I was going over half the way through my travel on my brake pedal with nothing until I get a little something. And I was feeling that by the end of the pedal, it was starting to bite a little bit. There it goes. It was in the end just a matter of having the proper distance between those. There's still a small gap at the beginning, which is probably the first 4, like about 2 to 4 millimeter, I will say. That's still nothing, and that's good. I don't care having a little like dead spot, like a dead zone we call them, at the beginning of the pedal, because this means it's gonna like avoid any tap on the brake by mistake and like having a real intense reaction on it. But there, now the pedal is stiff, and it is still really stiff when the engine's running. So technically speaking, we have some brakes. Need to test drive it to prove it, but first of all, we're gonna dive into the oil setup of the car, and that might take quite a bunch of time, because let me go grab it and show it to you what we're gonna do on that. But you know what that means, guys? Progression! The car is one more step safe. The car is going one more step in the way of being drivable on the street, which is freaking amazing. All right, let's do this, let's do that. Let me grab the part I want to show you, which is, I put it up there, I think. So I went nuts and decided to buy something. Yeah, a little bit of dead space, because it allows you to just put your foot on the brake pedal without having any reaction. You can just rest your foot on the brake pedal while tracking the car without being worried of being slightly on the brake or anything. I really love that too. Even my sim racing setup has a little bit of dead space at the beginning. There's even some seal there. But that's a huge improvement today, honestly. It's something nice. All right, there we go. Oh, there's already also a seal in there. It's gonna make everything so much easier. New gasket, the one we have in the car is also new. However, the part that we are interested into is this. We're gonna be replacing the cover on the front of the engine. This is the timing cover. Why is that? We already removed it a few times so far, and one of them was just about a month and a half ago when we did go and measure something towards the oil pump and those parts there. However, we still have a leak at the front, and now that I think of it, I'm pretty sure I know why. Last time I bought a cover, and those are not cheap. This is $150 for a freaking piece of aluminum. It hurts my brain every time. However, in this case, what we have is that this cover here has just blank spot on the side there, right? The one we bought last time had some fitting sticking out of there for oil return for the turbo application. But in the end, those fittings were getting in contact with our harmonic balancer, which is our main pulley on the engine. And that said, we cut them out and re-weld those. I was thinking that my welding was leaking potentially. But when you look at where it is, the thing is, I don't think it's the welds in itself that are leaking, but that when I welded the aluminum there, the heat actually bent and just warped the plate, the flat part of the plate that's supposed to seal on the front of the engine. And that there could be the reason why we're having a leak at the front. That's quite major. It's the biggest one. So we're gonna go ahead, remove everything again, which means we're gonna have to bleed the car on coolant one more time. We're gonna be doing a mess again, and that sucks, but it's part of the game, you know. So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna make sure everything's good, and from there we're gonna be putting that inside the car. Now, is that going through? Man, the casting seems to be a little bit shitty, not gonna lie. Man, that casting seems a little bit rough. We might be just going on and smoothing that out a little bit. Also, we need to make sure that we're clearing with the double roller we have. We had to modify that on the previous cover, so we're gonna be making sure that we're not having any issues there. But yeah, we're gonna be removing the one we have on the car, and we're gonna try to make sure that everything's smooth, working great, and that we're ready to go on and install that on the car. Really appreciate the fact that we have the actual seal already mounted. That's one step that we don't have to worry about. And yeah, should make that thing pretty easy. It's about an hour to remove everything. Then we're gonna be cleaning everything, putting that at the front with some sealant all around. I really want to make sure that this time it's the right one. So we're gonna use more gasket maker than less, which means all those gaskets like this, we're gonna be reinstalling them with a light layer. We're just gonna be like putting a small touch of gasket maker everywhere, so when it gets pressed, it's gonna actually seal like that, and make sure that we're not relying only on a rubber gasket. Technically speaking, any decent engine, aka I would say my BMW, not a good example. The rubber for the valve cover are actually a little bit shitty, but any good brand of engine, like of car, those gaskets should be enough. It's a GM. They leak from factory almost. So that's where we're gonna be diving into that and making sure we're using as much good stuff as possible to make them last for a long time. So yeah, I hope that one is gonna be good. Technically, I bought a brand that's supposed to be decent. I thought it was written somewhere in there. Let me check. I thought it was a Dorman one, but the casting is a little bit sad. Yeah, it's a Dorman, so it's a technically like pretty much one of the good replacement for OEM stuff. But I really don't like the finish inside there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it to you. Look, it's all like crack and everything, but I think it's just the surface. So we might try to just put a little bit of sandpaper in there and get it to work. So let's dive into that. Like I said, shouldn't take too long to remove everything. Honestly, we might be on the last few steps for the Datsun. So let's put that aside here for now. And what we're gonna do is bring you to the side, so that way you can follow what's going on. Of course, we're having a very big day on the Datsun, the day that I'm having issues with my camera, right? So first of all, we just started the car, but not for long, so nothing should be too hot. We're gonna be removing this here, which is the temp sensor. So I'm just gonna make sure it is obvious that it's disconnected. I still need to buy something to cover that up. Then after that, we're gonna be removing that here. That is for the actual blow-up valve, which we might delete one day. I don't want to, but we'll see how it reacts. I kind of want this from the car, but at the same time, it's a pretty cool thing to have a blow-up valve for higher boost application, even though it's not really our case, and that's why I'm like, oh, maybe we could have, you know. Oh, Danik didn't bring back his lug nut for the Mazda. RIP, RIP Danik. Then from there, 10 mil long socket, that's what we're looking for. And the 10 mil's gone. Classic. Where would it be? If you were a 10 mil socket, guys, Where would you hide? I would hide around here. Got it! And then. Where's my, oh, it's probably in the, I did a bit of cleanup for Danik. So, for Danik's car on Sunday, so I put back some stuff to their place, and that is not one. There it is. There. I really love the hood with a strut. Oh my God, guys, there's a new carbon fiber hood for 280 ZX that got out. It's so good. It's freaking beautiful. That could be a huge upgrade one day. I will love that. Oh, actually, you know what? Extension not required. There we go. There. Or actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave it like that because that's a good reference spot. And what I'm gonna do instead is just remove the big one on top. So we're gonna keep our 90-degree band exactly in the same spot and go with that one here. There. Just go for that. There we go. Trying not to scratch anything. So we're gonna remove the intake pipe. I just need to go at the front now. I dropped the actual ratchet there. Oh shit, I'm tightening. That's not what I'm looking for. That means maybe I could tighten them a little bit more. Hey Sam, comment ça va, man? Ford EcoBoost 2.3. Man, the EcoBoost 2.3 liter, Kev needs to know about it, but I think I already know about it. It's the future LS swap.
Did you know with Amazon Prime, you get a free sub every month?
In a Coyote Ford Mustang. Man, it is freaking dope for the size of the engine and everything. It's the 2.3 liter turbo from the new Mustang, right? I think it is. And Sam, I probably have solved my brake system issues today. It was so stupid. The way I bled the brakes and everything seems like everything was good. I'm gonna need to go for a test drive, but basically almost sure I did that. The Mofo Astral, I love that name so much. Welcome in, sir. Prime, don't forget to prime, guys. Listen to Johnny Sins. Mais ouais, mes breaks au final, là, je vais l'expliquer en français parce que c'est juste, sorry guys, a touch of French there because it's easier to explain. En gros, laisse-moi te montrer. Brake booster de Toyota 4Runner, adapter plate, Willwood, gros fucking master cylinder, genre drette là. La pin dans le brake booster est ajustable. Il y avait 14 mm de dead zone entre mon master et la pin qui est poussée au fond quand tu appuies ses brakes. Puis c'était à peu près 25 mm de travel. Fait que j'avais comme 60% du travel qui servait à rien avant de commencer à agir. J'ai juste ajusté le gap. Il reste genre moins de 4 mm entre les deux pour dire que je suis safe de ce côté-là, qu'il me manque pas un peu de filet ou de quoi. Puis genre là, toute ma pédale est rendue raide. Autant quand le char vire que quand le char est à l'arrêt tout. C'est cave, mais j'ai même pas eu à retoucher à l'huile ou quoi que ce soit. Là. Tout est all good. Fait que je suis passé de pas de pédale du tout à hey bonjour, il y a du feeling. There we go guys. French part done. So yeah, from no brake to hey yo, it's freaking stiff. Okay. Here's the cheat code I've used to bleed my brake system myself. And that's why, gros setup en tout cas, hey, let's go, merci man. Puis il me manque une caméra en plus aujourd'hui. Il me manque carrément une cam parce qu'elle est morte dimanche en faisant un autre stream sur un autre char. Mais ouais, merci beaucoup. Pas pire petit setup. Basically, okay, here's the cheat code to bleed your brake pedals. Oh man, I'm gonna have to bring that in front. So I've been combining a few things, but it's been giving me this. So this is what I'm using, a vacuum bleeder, which is 20 bucks on Amazon. With another system I've used there, plus the adapter here that was fitting well for the Willwood, which is the same as you, Sam. So I was just putting that on. What's cool with that one is that you can apply that and lock it, so it's always having vacuum. And this alone was not pulling enough fluid out of the caliper to my taste. So while this is actually trying to while this is creating a vacuum at your caliper, you go in the car and you apply pressure on the brake pedal just to open the system from the master cylinder. So basically every time you're pressing, you're actually pushing some fluid through the system, and even if it was not opening by a lot, it made it basically like extract twice the amount of fluid versus just using the vacuum itself. So I was able to like bleed it. Basically, on every caliper, I was removing. Yo, fuck, I just put some fluid on the car. I'm gonna have to wash that. Basically, I was removing, this is a 4 ounce. I was removing 2 ounce per bleeder on each caliper. I was emptying a full bottle of that every caliper. So that's kind of insane. Yeah, I know, right? I know, but like instead of that, because I'm alone doing the bleeding and everything, I just went on and did like a crazy cheated technique that worked. Like it took, basically, it took the amount of time to move the setup from one wheel to the other, because it was basically 2 minutes per wheel to get a proper bleed. And right now I can already feel that it is like properly bled and everything. I'm like 95% sure there's no air bubble in my system. And you know why I found that technique basically in the first place? Because to bleed my clutch system, my bleeder is right at the back of the engine here. So I put a remote bleeder for the clutch system that's coming all the way up there. But that's a really long travel for the bleeder. And just with the vacuum, it wasn't working great. So I plugged the vacuum on top here, hold it open, then went and pressed the clutch a couple of times. And as soon as I was having a really decent flow of fluid there, closed that and the clutch was working perfectly. Like the clutch is really feeling good right now, and with the twin disc setup, it's not even heavy on your foot. It disengages properly, no strange sound, doesn't try to move alone when fully depressed on the pedal, and as soon as you start to lift it, it's having a really nice bite on it, so it's cool. Probably a bit heavier. What is the weight of your car? The ND2 like yours RF with not the try-hard option. About, what is that in kg? I have the approximative weight of the Datsun in kg, I would say, because I know it's 1280 kg from factory, 12 to 13. Yeah, the Datsun's got to be about 1350 kg, I would say, because the LS swap basically had about how was it? It was about 150 pounds, 100 to 150 pounds versus the 6-cylinder, because the 6-cylinder is only made of cast iron, while I have aluminum heads and all on the LS, which compensate for a lot of things. It's actually the accessories that add weight on that car, so it's not adding much more weight than factory. So yeah, I should end up beginning of 1300 kg more or less. So yeah, and like you said, we're having pretty much the same type of brake system now, and you were freaking amazed on your Miata, so it should be freaking insane on that car too. But yeah, I have like 3 times your power, 5 times. How much is it? It's 135, 150 on your Miata? Oh, no, it's more, 160, right? It's 160, so yeah, well, I have about 4 times your power technically on that car once it's gonna be tuned. That's freaking insane, man. That's not super catalytic or anything. That's like pretty much a sin in itself, and I love it. There we go. Up. Come on. Get out of there. Boom, there we go. That's our intake pipe removed. Oh yeah, and that's actually where the fun's gonna start. I do agree with that. Putting the power to the ground is gonna be awful, and to be honest, that's where the fun starts. The first mod I'm planning to do once it's tuned is to put some wheel speed sensor to actually unlock it's gonna be to actually unlock the potential for a traction control based on ignition timing and stuff like that. So the ECU will be able to use that, make it work with that. So yeah, traction control enable on that will help put the power to the ground for sure, and they sounds violent. Have you ever heard traction control based on ignition timing? Man, it's wild. There was a LS swap cart at like, you know, those small buggy at Lincoln, and the one I'm referring to had a traction control based on ignition timing, and it sounds like a rev limiter, allowing like 100 RPM every second or something like that until the power stick to the ground. So every like, I would say it's like 4 pulses per second where it allows a little bit more RPM, and if it break traction, it goes back. And it's like, what? It just goes and it hit like a rev limiter every time it breaks traction, and it just like stick that power to the ground. That thing was wild on the start. 2650 pounds, yeah, that will make sense. All right, so before going further than that, we're gonna empty the radiator, because basically we're removing pretty much everything at the front here, which sucks a little bit, but is part of the game. So let's do that right now. So we need to remove the water pump and everything. So yep, let's close that. Gonna remove the tools on the side there. Gonna bring you a little bit further back. Oh my God, the cam. Connection in the cam is not happy. Oh man, working with one cam only really sucks. There we go. Man, I hope it's not going to rain this weekend. Hope we're gonna have a nice freaking day on Saturday. The cam broke. Is it still good? We're good. It's laggy a little bit. Sorry for that. Don't have control of that right now. Working on small little things. Yeah, I hope so. I just hope it's gonna stay like that. Honestly, I've been doing a small test drive this morning with the BMW. It's out of alignment, but I just went on and pressed the throttle with the Vitor. Rain are not friends with those tires. They are awful, man. I'm missing my RE71 RS so bad. It was an all-around tire, that one, and honestly, I'm really close to buying some new RE71 RS, but again, it just sucks to buy tires for potentially rain, and like having a set of tires. I could put them, I guess, on my track wheel when I'm going for a private track day. I could do that, but yeah, it's too late anyway for this weekend event, which is the biggest one, so I'm like, whatever. All right, what I want to do is raise the car, so we're gonna drop this here. Gonna install the lift properly. Bam. So much water because it's raining so much outside. Right about there. Hope there's gonna be more people also. How can you call it a provincial if not all the big drivers are there? I mean, sucks to be them if they're not there, but at the same time, I would love to get all the challenge. I don't work in the rain, so yeah. Oh yeah, no, RE71 RS were really the shit, even in the rain and everything. A lot of people were using those also in the rain. I've been winning events in the rain with those, like they are super good. While this one, I'm just stepping on the throttle and I feel it like slip. Really not that great. Not that impressed, and honestly, if someone's asking me, do you recommend them? Probably my answer is gonna be no. I'm gonna keep going with them for now, but like my answer would be if it's the same price as the RE71 RS, don't even think about it twice. Rise and shine, motherfucker. Yeah, the RE71 RS are something else, man. Like, actually, the hype around the Vitour should have been for the RE71 RS when they got out. Well, that was a hype, actually, for them, so... But the hype was right. And, like, don't get me wrong, the Vitour on like a warm track, warm day and everything, they're good. And I don't feel like on the BMW they feel that much difference than the actual RE71 RS. I've been driving them the same way and everything, and it was feeling good, especially in lapping. But yeah, sorry, Mr. Pound, I made too much noise, right? I'm so sorry. What? I didn't say it! Oh my god, I hate that butt. It is not. It isn't. Fuck my life. And me. And yes, of course, you, Mr. Pound. Of course. By the way, Mr. Pound, one of the good news, we are potentially having now some brake pedal. We figured out the issue. It was so stupid, yet you needed to know it to make it work. All right, guys, maybe the cam's gonna get super laggy. Not too bad. All right, so here we are, ready to empty the reservoir right there. So we're gonna be emptying our lovely little coolant setup. Still have some coolant there, but I think it's the last time we did it. Need to make sure I'm not losing coolant anywhere. But it shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be the case. Except if that one there is leaking. Oh, we're good. Oh yeah, I know when. It's when I refilled it. Well, all right, let's go grab what it takes for that. We're gonna be trying to catch everything there because we don't want it to go all over the floor, and we want to reuse it. Let's be honest, it's brand new freaking fluid, and we don't want to lose all that. There's even an additive in it and all, you know. So I think, if I'm not wrong, this was 21 mil right there. It is. All right, how are we doing that? Oh, I think last time what I did was put the car way lower than that, close to this, and actually opening up. That will make sense, because now I won't be able to catch shit. So let's do it. So I raise it all the way up for no reason, but it's okay. It's okay. Whoop. All in front of the Datsun. All right, let me push you back there. Poop. like this. Now you have the main idea there, the rough idea of what we're gonna be doing. There. And now, my floor is so disgusting, but whatever. Like this, like that. Can't wait for that to explode. Right, you're ready for that to explode in my face? Oh, Sam, by the way, you still there? And of course, I dropped that in there, and I think it's actually so good on vacuum that I'm... There we go. Need to open that so it empties itself properly. There we go. Sam's not there anymore. Shit. So yeah, it's a bottle of water under it, but don't drink from that, guys. I wouldn't recommend. Oh yeah, it's dropping good. Woo! How's everyone doing today? Thank you so much for spending the afternoon with me. We're getting progression, which is freaking amazing. Honestly, we are maybe on the last step before calling the tuner for real this time. Except if anything's wrong with the car. But next step is gonna be another test drive with it. Once everything's changed and the timing cover and everything stopped leaking oil, it's gonna be a bigger test drive, and from there, we will see. Awesome. From there, I can start now working on the top section here. So let me do this. Like this. We're removing pretty much every accessories at the front there, so that's our next step. And I'm here, but playing a game on the side sounds good, man. Oh, that's awesome. Je t'ai référé quelqu'un, by the way, peut-être pour un potentiel rap, tout ça. Peut-être de quoi de basic. Il va probablement vous écrire par Facebook direct sur Apex, par la page Apex, mais c'est un ami proche, c'est lui qui est le plus grand donateur à Extra Life depuis des années maintenant, tout ça. Je faisais son Mazda, tu peux checker les VOD, là. Je faisais son Mazda 3 qui a genre 19 000 kilos, puis justement, il aimerait peut-être le faire rapper, peut-être de quoi de relativement basic pour soit faire un color swap, mais le garder d'origine, tout ça en dessous. Mais j'ai montré ton Miata, puis il a fait « Oh shit ». Ça pourrait m'intéresser. Il est en train de vendre son condo, il déménage à Québec. Ben, il vient de déménager à Québec, il finit de vendre son condo. Puis ensuite, selon le budget qu'il a, ça se peut qu'ils vous disent j'aime ton Miata. Oui, Danick. Il t'a-tu déjà écrit? Parce que ça se peut qu'il te donne carte blanche niveau design. Là. Il a vraiment aimé ton Miata. So maybe a full wrap on the car. That car is lovely to drive. That's what I'm saying. I knew it, Pete. That's exactly what you're saying. How you doing, sir? How's your day going, man? Look at me. I'm on a holiday again, which means we're having fun today, playing with big boy Legos. Yep, and pour vrai, Sam, tu sais, j'ai pas parlé de prix, rien. J'ai aucune idée c'est quoi vos prix pour un full wrap, tout. J'ai dit, gars, écoute, écris-leur, dis-leur que c'est moi qui préfère, mais genre le reste... Nice, awesome. Parce que pour vrai, c'est le genre arriver puis dire ouais, je veux de quoi de fucking épique puis carte blanche puis là il était là, tu sais, tant que si c'est un animé ben qu'il me montre avant c'est quoi, j'étais là oh non carte blanche ils vont me faire un design, mais tant que t'auras pas mis le green checker of approval, tu sais ils vont pas le printer puis le coller sur ton char là, puis il était là ok fair, mais c'est ça le reste j'étais comme pour vrai tu peux leur faire full confiance, ça va être insane comme job, fait que je trouverais ça trop hot pour de vrai, ce serait fucking sick. All right, let's keep going there. So sorry, Pete, I missed most of your stream on Sunday. Not bad, not bad. Awesome. I missed a lot of sophisticated Pete and I was sad. I hope you had a blast. Yeah, I know, right? How dare I having a life and everything. That's crazy. Yeah, on Sunday we were at some... We were chilling, having some beers with friends, you know, the usual. Oh yeah, I forgot this is attached there. I'm gonna undo that. Millions, cause you're not poor. There you go. Up. Let's put that aside. Millions, cause no one likes the poor, so Mr. Pete is now a millionaire. That's good. Let's remove the actual belt, because we're gonna need to have access there. We need to remove the main pulley, the water pump, and we're pretty much done removing things, which isn't bad at all. We're doing great, guys. We're doing great. That car is fun for that so far. It is easy to maintain. Like, it doesn't take years to reach anything in the car, and that's a huge deal. With a lot of key uses to go, oh, that's awesome. Oh my god, that's awesome. I love that beat. This is smaller than that, or was it just not tight? No, it's smaller. Smaller! 30 mil most likely. Which will make sense for a kit that comes from the US. I might grab the half plus a hammer. Half and a small rubber hammer. Where's my other one? I don't know. Let's grab that one. Yeah, I haven't played since Friday to give you an idea. Didn't even open the game or anything, just didn't have time for that. With the wipe coming, I'm like, nah, whatever. Hardcore wipe, Hawk sent me the rules and everything, looks pretty decent. Only thing I don't like is less valuable loot. Which, don't get me wrong, I don't care if it's like less valuable loot in casual spots. But I think anything that is like a spot where people are actually going to fight, like Mark Room and stuff, there should be plenty of loot. Yeah, I do use OBS. I don't know if it's, well, it's OBS 30.2.3. Yeah, exactly, better loot, but I don't care if it's better loot in specific spots, because basically the idea there is like, hey, people are gonna fight there and it's gonna be risking your loot, your gear to go grab the thing you're missing for a quest or your hideout or something, you know? But like right now it just feels like, oh yeah, we're gonna be nerfing the loot, so basically you're gonna be looking for 5 years for that freaking thing you need for your hideout, and that just feels wrong. I want to know that if I want, I don't know, a LEDX, I have to go to labs and risk it all. If I want to grab, if I want to grab something for I don't know, anything else, I need to go water treatment, for example, you know? That kind of feeling, that's the best. Hey, Big Dave, what up? it doesn't need to be found in raid, but for one reason, because there's gonna be no flea, right? With no flea, you don't need to put any more found in raid items, because that all you're gonna put it up your butt, and that, if anything, I would have loved that they removed that possibility. So technically everything's gonna be found in raid because you have to extract them. That will be fun. But yeah, I just don't know about that. It's really all about like the loot should be worth fighting for, not going into a raid hoping that you're gonna find that quest item, but like there's maybe none on the map, you know? Which just sounds awful. All right, can I, man, I don't find the right socket for that one. And again, like, for example, we have, and I'm sorry, by the way, I just realized you're not really seeing much more of what well, no, it's not too bad. I just have one cam today, so that's why you don't see me much. One of the cam broke on Sunday, and I still need to get the replacement for it, but yeah. So basically what I was about to say is, like, you know, there's that one quest, found OFZ shell for that quest. Well, you know how the 60 rounders are meant to be found in woods in ZB14 bunkers? Well, why not have the same idea for a bunch of those quest items? Tank battery in that garage. There's already a few rooms supposedly spawning them, but why not say, okay, that specific door or those 3-4 specific door will have a higher chance to spawn them. So they are all locked doors, or there's one that is, I don't know, 25% chance of spawning it, but it is like unlocked and everyone's gonna go there to fight when they get that quest. So, you know, it's bringing the action somewhere specific, which is cool. Man, I can't find the right thing. Where right now the way it sounds is like classic Nikita. It's gonna be something a little bit awful where they go on, say, hey, the loot's gonna be less good, and that's it. Deal with it. And I'm like, I don't want to be spending 5 years looking for a vertex, you know? However, if you tell me it's 25% chance in a lighthouse, in, I don't know, building number 2, there's like, I don't know, like multiple spawning spots there. Ow, that was my elbow. If there's multiple spawning spot there, like 15 of them, but there can be only 1 or 2 per raid maximum, and again, even there, like it's only a 25 or 50% chance, whatever, that there's gonna be actually one. Why not? You know, why not? Come on, give me that, thanks. That will be a way to balance it, and like, oh, now building number 2 is having a lot of action for those quests, you know? But anyway, I guess I'm not a game dev, so it's not my call, right? I'm gonna buy Nikita, I'm gonna buy BSG, and I'm gonna make that game great again. Hey, 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 look at me. So guys, new sub goal. Give me millions and I'm gonna buy the game. How about it? What do you think about that? All right, still draining down there, that's crazy. At least we didn't have another leak there, that's good. I have to remove that one, let's remove it now. All right, can I just leave it on the side there? Oh, you're draining on the ground, of course. Yeah, the small bit of coolant there. Gonna put some blue towels in there. Just to try to catch some of it. Or maybe just that, the pan. Because it's gonna be leaking anyways. Might as well. do that. There we go, winning. So that's cool, that's cool. Let's start to remove. That's the only thing with that car. The hood is in the way for anything you're doing. Could be fun to just remove it, but whatever, I'm too lazy to do that. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go ahead, remove the main. Can we, there we go. We're gonna go remove the actual water pump. And from there, yeah, we should be good to get access to the timing cover. We're gonna be one pulley away from getting it out. If today we installed a new timing cover and we just leave it to dry, that will be awesome. What time is it? 2:51, plenty of time. 2:53 actually. Plenty of time to get it done. And so yeah, basically what we need to do is just remove that and like paste that on there, the new one, and we'll see if it's working. There will have been a way to save my actual one that we have on the car at the minute, but I'm saying that no, it would have been a bad way to do it, so never mind. All right, let's go ahead and let's remove those bolts. 10 mil, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. But let's take an extension because it is a little bit far down there. Hopla. I need to write to my friend who was there on a Sunday for the brake issue, because we were brainstorming together at the end of the day after the stream, and I was like, I think it could be something stupid like that, and it was in the end. That's insane. Well, until we test drive it, we can only pretend it is as simple as that, but yeah, it feels like it is. We're gonna take a little blue bin, put those in. Brakes fixed, yes sir, Dadu, you wanna know what it was? It's so stupid. Well, actually, it seems like it is, but like 95% sure it is. How's your holiday going, sir? Hope it's going great. I'm gonna explain it to you with this beautiful drawing we did on the cardboard just to get it to work and understand everything. If I can find it again, which is there, yeah, it's there. So I just have one cam today, the other one is still broken from Sunday. It's actually the cam, I thought it was only the USB extension. So bear with me in that beautiful drawing right there, okay? Let me know if you're listening right now, Dadu. I don't want to explain it 5,000 times. Actually, I will be able to do that. There and there. Okay. I see a haha, fait que je vais assumer que t'écoutes. There we go. Explanation of what was wrong with the brake that we think we fixed. So that beautiful drawing represent here what we have. You see that silver part right there? This is the adapter plate going from the brake booster of Toyota to a Wilwood master cylinder, right? From the brake booster, this is in the actual good orientation, you have a pin coming out of it. When you press the pedal, that pin push and go into the master cylinder to push the piston in there and activate the brake. So far, so good. When we did all the measurement with a dial caliper and a little not super scientific way to measure it, we realized that when this part here, so that exterior line is flat to here, so when it's installed like this, basically what's going on is that the pin here was 14 millimeter away from the actual point where it's supposed to be pressed against. So the brake pedal moved the pins by about 25 millimeter. Out of those 25 mil, 14 of them were useless. It was a dead zone for 60% of the pedal travel. And what we saw is that basically the pin here can be unscrewed to actually extend it and adjust it in distance. So we did it, and now we have about 2 to 4 millimeter gap between the piston and the pin. So when we press, we're right on it. Right as I reassemble everything, went in the car, pressed the pedal. Pedal is now freaking stiff. Turn on the car, start the engine. Guess what? Even on vacuum, when the booster is working and everything, the pedal is still really stiff. I just press by about half a centimeter the pedal down and I get pressure. So yep, 99% chance it was only that, just a matter of adjustment. It wasn't the bleeding the issue, it was actually just me who didn't figure out that there was an adjustment to be made there, and that makes sense. And I was starting to have a huge guess that something was wrong in there, because it is again an adapter plate. It has some spacers and everything, so you need to take that in account and all. And so yeah, now it just makes sense and it looks like it's gonna work. So there we go, sir. As easy as that, the explanation. So now we are on to our last big trouble, which is removing everything in here. So we can remove the timing cover one more time, which is gonna be our fourth time so far on the car. And the reason we do that is that this time we're replacing it with a brand new one that we don't have to weld anything on it or whatever. Because I think that my main oil leak here is the plug that we cut and actually welded. So when I welded the aluminum, most likely I warped the actual front timing cover, which prevented from sealing. It will probably be possible to reuse exactly that cover by putting a lot of gasket maker, but I just bought a new one and we're gonna make sure everything's fitting well. So there we go. What a plug! Hey, it's all good. Never be sorry. Just say hello. I'm here now. Now you can hear my beautiful sound, baby. And I will agree with that. How's your day going, sir? Hope you're having a wonderful time, man. Yo, what the fuck?
Datsun 500 is looking for more power for the last 8 months.
8 months, baby. Let's go. Hopefully we're gonna hear that sound. No, I'm dropping all my coolant next to the bin actually. Oh my God, that engine's gonna be filthy underneath. Hope you're having an amazing day here. It's Canada Day today, so I'm off and I'm working on the Datsun to celebrate. Because you know, that's what I'm doing the best. And we just fixed a bunch of things. The Datsun is almost ready to hit the road. Not gonna lie, guys, that is probably the last main issue that we had. After that, it's most likely goodies and stuff. All right, there we go. Oh shit, I forgot to remove some stuff on the side here. Yikers. Wow. Yo, what the fuck? Stop the subs, what the heck? What? What are you doing, Jonesy? What are you doing? Thank you for the 5 gifted, you amazing human. Oh, Goose got one there. Mofo has shot the one. Let's go. That blue dude. Oh my God, guys.
It's
Hype train! Big Al, go on. That's so fantastic. Oh my God, what a move. Thanks so much, man. You don't have to do that, Jonesy. I already appreciate you like coming by every single stream, mostly the one, especially on the Datsun and all for the last few months. I still consider you like a brand new person in the channel, and like that's insane, man. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Like, it's the worst freaking stream ever. I have one cam, all you see is my hand playing on the engine. I can't even like actually talk to the camera, whatever. It feels so off today. And there you go with the freaking Gifted and All You Legend. Holy crap. I should have waited. Or maybe Dadu, you're actually the one who triggered all that. Who knows? Come on, get out. That one is a tight fit. And I need to make sure I'm not forcing too much on it. All right, now the worst one here, which is the one for the actual AC and everything. Those one are awful to remove. Let's grab the pliers for those. Yep. Level 2 hype train. That's so freaking insane, man. Actually, you know what, Dadu? You're gonna be the train conductor probably. Ad rage subbing, yeah, I get that. Honestly, actually, I'm not subbing to a lot of people. I have, like, because most of the time, the one I'm watching are friends. And so, those one okay, and there's maybe only 1 or 2 streamer. There's actually just Friendly Guy, I think, I'm sub to, which is like, let's say somewhat of a big streamer, but otherwise I'm not really subbing to anyone or whatever. Because if I was to sub to every single one person who's streaming and is freaking amazing, man, it will cost me like legit $100 every month. And it's $100 I need to put on the Datsun because that car asks for a lot of money. We were talking about it, me and a friend this morning who's not a car guy, and he was like, man, I just have a Corolla and I feel like sometimes it's some expenses and all. How are you going to do with the Datsun? And I'm like, I decided to live the poor life. Big Ol, how you doing, sir? It's been so long. Hope you're doing amazing. All right, let's go. One more. Yeah, see, my Prime, I'm actually using it for, actually, yeah, there's the Prime I'm using for another bigger streamer because it's the person I'm watching usually late at night when I'm going to bed. So I'm just using that. That one is especially for not having ads. The other one, it's pretty much just because like it's some friends that started streaming in the last year or so. So there's Hug, there's Lump, and there's like a few like that. But again, if I had to sub to every single one of them who started streaming, man. And I would love to alternate between some, but at the same time, you don't want to lose that sub streak and all that. So, you know, like, they actually knows how to keep you there, right? Twitch knows. And like, even if you were saying, okay, instead of subbing, I'm gonna give you the money every month. Well, yes, but you want the emote now. Yeah, Hawk sent that to me, Lump. I love every aspect of it except the actual rare loot being toned down. That's idiot. You need to keep people playing by putting some good loot. I'm okay with that being like reduced on casual spawn, and that's what we were talking earlier. Basically, if all the low end emote hype train, heck yeah, baby. Hype train. And what I was about to say was they gave more info on that this morning. This more applies to items like weapon mods, ammo. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool too. So yeah, because basically the way I see it, if you ask me, is that you need to keep people fighting. So the Mark Room or some places, honestly, if it was me, okay, and we were talking about it, all the quest items like the tank battery, the OFZ shell and all that should be not map specific, but more likely to spawn on one map, which is kind of already the case, for example, reserve and all. But you could even go further and say, hey, we're also gonna make him spawn especially in that in that room. So there's a 20% chance in that room. Two out of the three are locked. One is always open, and boom, people will go there. And you could actually make some part of the map that are boring AF be full with action and all that. Like reserve could be on top of the food bunker. So you know, food bunker is a place for Gluar, but again, everyone's going in the underground bunker, and like, oh, after that the rest of the map is dead. Well, put that there, or in long garage. Like, let's put a bunch of toolbox there, and they have a 10% chance of dropping an OFZ shell, you know? So people will go there to loot, so they will spend time in there, and boom, you're getting a real nice freaking battle in long garage now, because everyone's gonna try to get that when they have the quest, and some people are just gonna wait for people to loot until they get the loot, and then they get out and bam, kill them, you know? Yeah, I think that should be the way it's made, so that way you can actually find them elsewhere if you're lucky, but there will be a higher chance there, and that will bring people together, and I hate that right here. Can I just... I think there's a little bit of water in that water pump. I think we're gonna need to put some water to rinse the engine a little bit. Sounds like a supercharge now. Let me redrop that actually. And what we're gonna do is go grab some tarp, some blue towels. We're gonna make something where it can rest. It's leaking everywhere. Just want to rest it maybe on top here, because I don't have to remove it entirely. We're not removing it for a long time, so yeah, I could just bring it on top here. Let's put that like this, like that. I just don't want to splash some coolant absolutely everywhere. Stop leaking! Oh my god, it's even worse. No! It's going everywhere. My God. I was thinking about saving most of my coolant, but I think it won't be the case, right? Like so. As long as it's not going onto the filter, we're good. All right, let's call it well done. All right, let me just reconnect the clamp before I forget. In Car Mechanic Simulator, it charges you money for every mess you make. That's why it's my own garage. No one's gonna charge me money for all the mess I'm making. That will be a fun game to play on stream just for the lol. There we go. Awesome. Coffee time. There goes the end of my coffee. All right, that's done, that's done. Oh, the main pulley. Oh my God, that one, man. It's not going to be a fun time, but we have to do it. Yeah, I already heard of it and all. I think I have one of them actually that my brother bought for me and never played it. I just never took the time. Honestly, I'm mostly playing Tarkov, and I think everyone knows by now. But like otherwise, I don't take the time to play enough games, to be honest. And I should. There's plenty of beautiful game out there to try. I was thinking about playing some Clair Obscur a little bit more too. Really enjoy that game. How big is an LS engine main bolt? I think it's 7, 8, or 13, but I'm not sure. 13, 16 or something. Or maybe it's 1 inches. I'm not even sure. Let me try that. Oh no, I hope it's not that one, because it will never be big enough. No, it's smaller, so 7, 8. pretty sure it's 7, 8. Or 15, 16 right there. Let's bring both. 15, 16s remind me of something. Yep, it's gonna be 15, 16 for sure. Yep. Oh man, I should, okay. How did I release it last time? Did I remove the starter motor and actually plug the, because I don't want to force on the gearbox like on a gear or something to remove it. Yeah, I should be doing it, right? Oh, that moment right there where we need to go back under the car, remove the starter motor. So as I said, everything's super easy until you get there, because basically we need to lock the engine to make sure we're not applying pressure for no reason on our gear into the gearbox. So what we're gonna do is loosen up. We're just gonna close the hood actually. We're gonna bring it up. We're gonna go remove the starter and install our lock mechanism on the flywheel, so that way it's gonna be flywheel against pulley, which is the right way to do those things. So yeah, let's do that. Up, so it won't close entirely because there's the water pump over there, but it's gonna allow us to bring the car up. Yo, we should be spacing out the hood, right? Look at that. The cam is not happy. Is it better? It is better. Look at that. Should be driving like that. Beautiful. All right, let's bring that up. Oh, and in one of my boxes, I have also I'm supposed to have what it takes to change the connector on the starter, but I don't remember where it is. So we won't do that just right now, but eventually we're gonna be doing it. All right, we're gonna restart that on the even level. By the way, it's not all a mess of coolant, but there is some. Yep, there is some coolant mess there. I see some orange through that water, but yeah, we had a huge storm in the last few days and made a mess in the garage. The garage is not the greatest on that. It's not really sealed. Rain is getting inside and that's not great, but I mean, they could be worse, right? Boom. All right, let's bring that. And it's dropping some coolant again. Man, coolant is the thing which is infinite in a car. Yeah, I will try not to break the last cam, but that time I think it's a USB extension, to be honest. I just bought a couple of them and I thought it was like just that, but I think there's more than just that actually happening. This, and I think it is a 13 mil. That's 14. We're gonna bring 14 in case. And I'm gonna bring a 13 because I'm almost sure the actual starter motor is 13 mil. So what I'm gonna do is drop you a little bit there so you can see a little better what's going on right there. The one cam setup is not helping, but it's not the worst because, oh my God, it's such a mess under here. Holy crap. Whoops. Oh, am I going to be able to remove it though? Because we have the downpipe in the way now. So yeah, engine oil on my motorcycle. That stupid oil cooler, oil is infinite there too. Yeah. The oil cooler, man, it's insane, right? Makes things so much harder to get clean and everything. Yeah, guys, I think we don't have the choice but to remove the downpipe now. And that's actually not a bad thing. There was one thing I wanted to do, which is smashing the shit out of it, and I'm not even kidding. We're gonna be denting that even more, just because it's way too close to my taste to the starter motor, and I'm almost sure we're gonna end up cooking the starter motor. So let's do that now, and I'm just gonna mark it where it hits, well, or shall I say almost hits. So that and above needs to be pushed there. And there we go. Let's remove some downpipe. Fun time. I'm almost sure that this one here is leaking a little bit too, by the way. I think we're having a slight leak of exhaust in that one. Nothing too major, but like enough for me to say, hey, feels like it. There we go. Gonna drop the car, remove that from the top. Oh, gotta love that. That's what happens when you have so much piping going through. But there's worse, it's 3 bolts, right? There's way worse than that. We did a nice design overall. It's just that I need to go up and down and up and down with the car. It's getting hot in here. It stopped raining outside and now it's full humidity kicking in. That camera auto exposure was quite fine there. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh yeah, and of course, our water pump is now sitting on top of the set downpipe, so we need to move that a little bit out of the way, like this. And we're trying not to damage even more our blow off our wastegate because it's beautiful, and we did scratch that last time we did something like this, so there we go. So we're gonna start by removing you, sir. Like so. And then we need to go right under there. Of course. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna move the cam a little bit. Sorry for that. There we go. So right now we're working on the other side. Can I bring you even higher? Maybe a little like this. Boom, so we're working right there, removing the exhaust going at the back there. And for that we need, it is you, right? If I remember correctly. Maybe even smaller, and I'm gonna have to come back. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. It is you, nice. Nice. Want to keep sometimes to go to the grocery store tonight. I don't know what I'm having for dinner. Need to figure out what I want to buy and cook. Tonight I will have some noodles if you ask me about. Maybe a corn salad or something could be fun. Could be different. All right, this is stuck really well together. Gonna have to take a look at what's going on there. Hopla. So, oh yeah, and the O2 sensors right there. 21 mil on the ground. If I remember, it's 21 or 22. I think it's 22, and I'm always starting with 21. Yep. Ow, that was my knee. That hurt. Let's remove the sensor so we don't have to worry about it. Right on top there. Now, why are you not leaving me alone? There we go. That's a good sign now. There we go. Oh my God. I just realized something, guys. We've never removed that with this, and I think we won't be able to. Shit. All right, that's where the full final product seems less good than it used to be. Right, we'll see if I'm right, but yeah, I think I think we have to remove this. Me who thought that everything was freaking amazingly done. This is one thing I never think of. Except if there's a way to go further down there. Or further down here. Nope. Or move to the front right away. Nope. With that on, there's no way I can get it out of there. Shitters. Well, that kind of sucks. Guess we're gonna remove it. Engineering mistake. I mean, yes and no, because you don't really have the choice to put the down pipe right there, right? Like, it has to go from the turbo down, and that was the most emptiest place in the engine bay, so that's the best place to go through. However, I will say that, yeah, that strut brace is not helping us. So what we're gonna do is drop the car entirely to the ground, because we need the wheel to be sitting so we can unscrew those without the suspension going down. Then we're gonna remove the strut brace so we can remove the pipe here. And I mean, it's not the worst, not the best. It's like just part of the game at this point. Like, kind of an error if you ask me now that I know about it, but at the same time, I don't want to put too many connection in that. So basically, the way to fix it will be to add another V-band right there, like somewhere here before it turns. So I can unconnect here, remove that part, then remove that part like out of the car. However, putting another V-band there is kind of useless when you have that long of a pipe. So like, this is not worth for that long, and it's just creating another point where it can actually potentially leak. And already, like, I have at least one V-band. I think I'm suspicious that it leaks, but since it's post turbo, it's no big deal. And I was to drop that right on top of this, which we don't want. So we're gonna take it out there. Then we're gonna go ahead, bring that out here. Oh, and the cam was right next to it, so there you go. Drop that to the ground, remove that. What do you mean no room under for the exhaust? Nope. Nope, because the headers, since it's a V8, I have headers on both sides, and the headers are taking pretty much the entire space there. So that's the reason. I don't know if we can see it, but basically down right there. You can see there's already a bunch of pipe and all that. It's sadly part of the game. What do you mean, the downpipe? No, thank you, sir. I will remove the strut tower easier. That there should be one of those. Should be right that one here. That's what we're gonna do. I'm lazy, but not that lazy. A guy was in here before that was called Frankenstein something, Mr. Frankenstein, whatever. I was calling him Frankie, and he was always saying exhaust coming out of the hood, right? And I was like, nope, sir, stop it. But like now I think it would have been the easiest. Imagine out of the hood. Thank you. Would have been easy to remove. Actually, wouldn't be a problem with the starter motor in the first place, so you know. And that's the only reason I could have done what I want without removing it, just leaving it like that, like loose like that. However, I want to smash the shit out of it, so I need to bring it out of the car. Can I go get, yeah, we'll go get a ratchet for that because it's gonna take forever. Easy doesn't always mean pretty. Fact, that's also true. What are we up to today, Hawk? What are we doing? Are you off on Friday? I forgot to ask you. Are you actually off on Friday? Are you gonna make a special stream? Or are you gonna do anything else? Even on a holiday you're working? Hawk, have you ever took a bit of time off asking for a friend who wants to know about your mental health? Oh yeah, I need to remove the extension. Everyone in chat, tell Hawk she must take some holidays sometimes. That's two out. Let's go do the rest. Going to a baseball game after work to watch the fireworks. That's so cool. It's all good, Hawks, no big deal. Anyway, it might be a really small stream on Friday. I have the biggest autocross event on Saturday, so it won't be anything too intense and too long. I need some rest on Friday to be on top level for Saturday. I'll see what I'm doing. I was even thinking about doing just some casual gaming, variety gaming. But most likely will be some Tarkov still, but like, yeah, we'll see. Because honestly, I even asked myself, am I even streaming on Friday? The answer will be yes. But like I was saying, like, I'll try to start between 6:30 and 7 and maybe stream for like a small 3 hours or something. Yeah, it's exciting, honestly. Stream to Thursday. I'll see. We're talking. I have a meeting on Wednesday, so tomorrow I'll see. I have no clue. Maybe on Thursday, but yeah, I need to take a look. It's hard to tell. It's always hard to tell in advance just because of work and everything. Like, it depends how I feel in the evening. Friday it's always easier because even if I'm tired, like, I know it's happening, but like changing to another timing during the week, it's actually harder for me a little bit. There we go. Out of the card. Hey Goose, what up? Yeah, Jonesy sniped some beautiful people out there. And you're one of them. How you doing, sir? There we go. Oh, that's getting rusty now. Mostly because we haven't used the car much. All right, we need to freaking destroy the shit out of it. I'm gonna need to empty the table here and make it work, but yeah, we have the downpipe out. We're gonna start by continuing our job right here. So now that this is all emptied out, we can go ahead and, oh yeah, I was to say lift the car, but we're gonna need to make sure the suspension's not going to the ground. We're just gonna put that back in for now. And so we're gonna be lifting the car one more time. We're gonna go ahead and try to disconnect the starter motor, make sure everything's good down there. And from there, we should be having a lot of fun because we're gonna be able to lock the engine and remove at the front of the engine what we want. So it should be pretty good. There we go. That's gonna be a nice way to fit it there. That can come out. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Doing pretty good, sir. It's Canada Day today, was off, so I decided to push a little bit more on the car, and guess what? I got a lot of things to work today on the car, like a lot of progression, including now we should be having working brakes, and we are on our last mission, which is removing the oil leak from the car. So if we can get that done, man, it's pretty much up there and ready to be driven on the street and getting it tuned. So yep, it's looking good. And that makes me happy because I want that car to be soon on the road. There we go. Awesome. That can stay there. We're gonna drop that just on top of the water pump. Raise it up. Rise and shine, motherfucker. Let me push you back because I have only one cam today. For those joining, my cam broke, which isn't great. And that one's not doing really better. It is, but because it's working, but yeah. You know how I'm feeling right now, guys? Hungry. I want to eat something. I don't know what I'm gonna have. I'm really thinking about going and grabbing something to make a recipe with some corns or something. I feel like eating corns right now. I don't know if it's because we talk about it, Hog, but I would say so. I'm so corny. Oh, pâté chinois, I can do that here. Flo doesn't like that, and it's a shame. I kind of love it. And we're lifted. All right, let's bring that here. Let's drop it again. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the starter motor. À quoi tu joues, Sam, pour le fun? Tu disais que tu gamais cet après-midi. What are you playing, sir? What's your game of choice today? 7 Days to Die avec Alex. Oh my god, that's so cool. Never played it. Watch a bunch of streamers play it and it looks so freaking fun. too. Nice, that's cool. That. Up. Starter motor out, let it. Huh. That ain't good. All right, guys, we're gonna have something to do here. Oh, well. Gonna have to go disconnect the battery of the car because that one is always plugged. Basically, the connection to the crimp has left the game, so we're gonna have to go fix that. So we had a back crimp, it seems like. Let's redo it properly. So yeah, let's take the starter out and we're gonna cut the power in the car for sure. Whoopsie. So yep, the wire just disconnected, so from the actual crimp there. It's no big deal, it's just a terminal. I don't remember if that one was pre-made or not. I will guess not, and I did it wrong most likely. But yeah, we're gonna have to see. From there, what I want is my locking tool right there. That one's never too far, and I think that one was on 14 mil. I always remember last minute that I think there was 2 size of bolts for those, and that one was there. And where's the other size? I took it and brought it here. I just need to test actually a 14 mil on it. Yep, that's a 14 mil. Indeed, 14 mil right there. No big deal, it's not like we're going to restart the car today, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be able to redo it quite efficiently soon. It's like a matter of a few minutes, more or less, so it's all good. Everything seems to be properly tightened at the front. I think we did everything right here. So there we go. Now, let's do that. This. And this. So that way, like I said, we won't be forcing our way onto, we won't be forcing the pulley to unlock onto our transmission gear, our gearbox. We're gonna be actually forcing against the flywheel, which is the best. There we go. As easy as that. So this is engaged. We're good there. Yep. Awesome. So now we can go ahead and release the main pulley. We're gonna have to wash a bunch of stuff on the car too. But there we go. Up. All right. What else? Anything else under the car? I don't think so. I think we're good. So if I'm dropping it right now, we should be good. Yep. I need to find that connector too. When I'm gonna be redoing the starter motor, I need to find that connector for the signal of the starter motor. It's gonna help. Whew, it's getting hot in here. Let me push you back a little bit. I'm gonna go release the lift again. And on the top we go. There we go, that's enough. All right, now we are allowed, and I'm gonna make sure we're in neutral in the car just to make sure that we're not forcing against the gear. Neutral confirm. With that neutral confirm, we're also gonna disconnect back because we know that we have now a potential shortcut possible, a shortcut hazard. There we go, fully disconnected now. Easy peasy, baby. Up, and we can start trying to release the main pulley, which is going to ask us a lot of strength. Let me do that. Push that there. Let me bring you with me. There we go. And where is my, oh yeah, it was right in there. My breaker bar, right there. Hopla. All right, guys, let's try to do that. Let's do the old trick. Live, bro. Oh my God, username. Fuck off. How you doing, sir? This is 240 pounds of torque, by the way. It is freaking insane how much torque goes into those main bolts. The harmonic balancer is actually set in strong. Racer never lift. Fact! Well said, Sam. Well said. There we go. Now we should be good to use a ratchet there. Up, up, and not that one here. I think we're gonna be good. How you doing, username today? Rookie numbers, lol. Damn. There we go. Just needed that last little push, and it is coming out. Remove that too. And put back cap, so we're gonna make sure we're not throwing that away. And what I wanted to do is put the radiator cap back in so we don't freaking put some dirt in our radiator. Go. Recovering from nights, got home about 9 a.m., slept till 5, and then Mrs. arrived with baby. Damn, let's go. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, sir. All right, let's go back with the 10 mil now. Where's my 10 mil? Have that. And there it is. So right now, what we're doing, by the way, for those who just arrived, we're removing the timing cover. We still have a leak on it. We tried a sketchy way to remove it. Oh no, it's the pulley we need to remove first. So yeah, we tried something a little bit sketchy to fix that in the meantime. Didn't work. So now we are actually doing the proper way, which is actually going on and removing the pulley, removing the cover and putting a new one. Because I think the reason it did that, it leaked, is just simply because wait a second, I need to grab that. And which one was it? Was it the longest one? I don't remember. I'm gonna bring those two. So basically the reason it leaks is most likely because when I welded two plugs at the front of it, it seems like it might have been just too much heat and warped the thing out. So that sucks, it's part of the game. I think I need to start with the second to last longest one. And then after that, we can go ahead and do this. So yeah, a little bit too much heat, warped the actual cover. Sucks a little bit, but hey, it's part of the game. There's worse than that. So now we just need to try to remove it properly and get that to seal. I really hope we're gonna get it first shot. Last time we spent quite a bit of time removing the pulley. Had to modify a tool and everything, but now we should be good. If we're actually having the right rod in there. Right now it seems like it's never ending. There we go. It broke loose, which isn't great. All right, let's try to figure out if it works. We're gonna go with, I should have tested the size of it first, but if I remember, it's something like 3/4 usually, those tools. And bingo. We have one arm that is not stuck in there. There we go. And now it's another one, of course. Man. Maybe not. Maybe it was good. Nope, it's not. The arm just popped out. All right, let's try to get that done properly. Whew. Up. There we go. Yep, that feels good. And the pulley's coming out. Gotta make sure it's not dropping on me. Don't want to be damaging our harmonic balancer because those things are pricey. The middle one was the right one. There we go. Oh, with the pin it doesn't work. All right. Let me remove that. We should be good to put it there. That was a close call. Up, up. There we go. Whew. All right, let's put that aside. Won't need that fork now. Oh, where am I putting that? That's the question now. Let's put it right here. On the bench. Awesome. Timing cover time. We're right there. Let me try to give you a slightly better angle. There we go. 10 mil and a dream. That small extension could be useful, I think. I had one somewhere, but lost it, it seems like. It's probably over there, yeah, I see it. And the job's going pretty well today. Honestly, I'm happy with how we make a lot of progression super easily. It's like I knew that car really well. It's crazy, right? What I'm not looking forward to is removing the adapter for the oil cooler, because that one's gonna be leaking like crazy for sure. Come on. That one I cannot have access with that setup, but all the rest I should be good. Normally, then all those, yep. Only missing one. Come on. We're gonna put them in a blue bucket, I guess. I don't want an oily one. I'm gonna put them with the actual water pump. One. Oi, my mic decided to stick itself somewhere. Oh, stop it, Mike. Okay, need the extension again. Actually not true, because that one at the bottom there. Oh yeah, that one we need, actually. So one needs the extension, and another one needs no extension, the rest doesn't matter. Not too bad. All right, there we go. Now we have two more underneath the car. I'm just gonna slide under the car to go grab those. Technically speaking, that one is fully off. There we go. Yep, let's go under the car, get that done. I'm gonna bring that because I don't want to be staying in the mud. No mud for me, please. Let's do this, let's do that. Huh. All right. Oh shit, yeah, we're gonna need to raise the car a little bit. Because I can't slide under there. Gonna make sure the hood is not hitting the roof. Just that we're gonna do. I need the extension. I removed it thinking I was good, and I was wrong. Whew. It's getting real hot in here. The shower is gonna be more than welcome later. Oh, that's true. Gamer don't shower. Never mind. Oh man, the space is awful right now. I should have lifted even more. Should have lifted the car even more. Have you seen it move? Oh, we got this. Let's try to make sure there's no because I want to say it, water coolant going into that. Because it is the oil compartment, so that will suck a little bit. Come on, Cam. Stop being a little bitch. Okay, we're good. There we go. So this is out of there. Water-wise, we should be okay. I'm gonna have to do some cleanup there. But yeah, everything's going fine. And we're just gonna need to make sure we're not hitting on anything. Legit, my weldings were not looking bad at all. It's hard to tell where it was leaking. Maybe it was there, but maybe it was the side. Hard to tell. I thought it was on the upper one it was leaking, but yeah, whatever. Gonna go ahead and replace all that. But first of all, time to clean. Because we need to make sure that mess is actually not a mess anymore. I'm gonna need some light in there. Whoopsie. That's helping a lot. Awesome. Let's try to go on and have the choice but to put it a little bit in your way, guys. I think just like that, so I can actually see what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to make sure we prevent anything that shouldn't be leaking in there from going in there. That's gonna be a good start. One way to do it is to actually put some blue towel in the hose of the water pump, so that way everything that tries to spill from there will stay in there. And just go into that towel, and we're gonna be able to place our things in place there without any issues. As long as we don't forget to remove them before putting back the water pump, we're good. Just like that. And yeah, we're pretty much good to go. Everything looks good. I'm gonna try to clean up the gasket maker at the bottom. Oh man. I'm gonna take some water because I'm starting to be really hungry and lacking a little bit of energy, but we need to close that. I cannot leave it open like that and just say, hey, that's good. Good enough for today? Nope. All right. And so, where's the little knife to clean that? Let's find it. I have a blade, worst case right here. Can use for that, yep. Let's do that. So I think the other blade is gone and missing. Don't see it in here. Or maybe it's there and I'm just too dumb, who knows? Now that's two blades together, so let's try to unstick them without cutting ourselves. That would be great. There we go, almost split it, yeah. All right. Whew. There we go. We're gonna be just removing the excessive amount there. Just like that. That's gonna be something we're gonna be cleaning up one more time and then adding a bunch of gasket maker just to make sure. That's all we want. We just want to make sure it's not leaking for no reason. That's why you clean up the old gasket maker to add some fresh one, and normally they just tell you to put some in the corners, but we're gonna be a little bit more drastic than that. don't want to be opening that up one more time. So we're gonna make sure. The idea is not to put too much, because if you put too much, you're gonna get some other type of trouble, like plugging an oil pump or something. But yeah, we just want to make sure that we're gonna get something decent, like a good sealing efficiency out of that. So let's go, let's clean that up one more time, the bottom section there. Because what will most likely happen from now on is that I'm gonna put that back in place. We're gonna be making sure everything's doing great. And then we're just gonna follow the procedure on the gasket maker, which is usually you set it in place with just bare hand, like you're just tightening the fittings with bare hand. And then from there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish the stream. I'm gonna go for the grocery store, grab something for dinner tonight, and then after that I'm gonna be back like just tightening everything off stream, because it's gonna be easier for us to do it that way. Let's do that. This. I'm gonna make some space on here first. I was to say the command to open, to change the cam and everything, but I can't because we have only one cam. Let me just make a bit of cleanup here. Then after that, we're gonna be just doing the gasket maker, so it's not gonna be the best way to make some place. And I need some blue towels because I'm out of it right now. Just finished the roll. Oh, it's my last roll here too, man. I need to go to Costco. All right. Whoop, transferring here, hoping the camera will handle the ride. It's not happy. We good? Nope. We're definitely everything but good. Are we good now? Yep. Ooh la la. Whoa, boy. Who's putting gloves in life, man? Legit. We good? Oh man, the cam is so laggy. What the fuck's wrong with my cams? We good? Nope. I think there was some coolant that went in there. All right, am I doing that? I don't want to do that. If I'm unplugging it and it's doing the same bug as earlier, we're in trouble. That seems not too bad. Slightly laggy, but whatever. The way I'm gonna do it, actually, I'm gonna go to the other side there. Boom. Let's remove any debris. Just like this. Just like that. Wow, shiny. So as we said, we just need to confirm. So before even doing that here, just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna go do a test fit because maybe we're gonna have to sand a little bit on it. If it's the case, it's gonna stay like that for tonight. I'm just gonna maybe put back the old cover in place temporarily to close that. And yep. Oh, we need to grind. You serious? Oh, I'm too tired for that tonight. So basically what happens is that we just need to take a buffer and remove material on each side here. What's going on is that this here is an OEM one, but with the double roller we have in the car, what's happening is that you see how much clearance we added there. We machine this and that side here. Those corners needs to be buffed just so we clear the double timing chain. So that's gonna be something we need to do, and I'm not too keen to do that right now. I really hate the finish of that. It's really looking awful if you ask me. So but like whatever, it's like technically a good replacement part. So we're probably gonna be sending a lot of it, which won't happen today because I don't have faith for that today. Guys, on that, I'm gonna call it there then. I'm gonna be putting back that one here right on top with 2 bolts, just to make sure we're good and not having any dirt falling into the car. Actually, let me do it quickly. Just gonna do that. Just gonna bring you over here. Boom. Was overall a chill day. We got a lot of progression, which is fun. Got a bunch of things answered, like the freaking brake system that looks like it's now gone and behind us. But yeah, got a lot of things to do still, including fixing that. But for now, there it goes. Up, up, and just put 1 or 2 back in there, just 1, so that way it doesn't let anything goes in there. Why is that not even closing properly? That 10 mil. Boom, just like that. We can now say it's a minimum close, so nothing goes in there. All right, guys, on this, I'm gonna go make some dinner for tonight. I hope you had an amazing day. Thank you so much for spending the day with me. Been real fun. Let me bring that back up here. We always love when we finally get some progression on the car. So yeah, been pretty good, honestly. Been a pretty good day for a holiday. I mean, it's a holiday well spent. So on this, guys, hope you're having a good time. I'm gonna catch you later this week. If I have the motivation to keep going on that, maybe on Thursday night, like Alex said, could be a moment for me to what do you mean, whoops? And so yeah, maybe on Thursday night, keep going on that. Will be cool to get that done, because basically as soon as we get those gaskets fully sealed, normally we're really close to saying, hey, no more oil leak or anything, and the car's ready to hit the road and make a proper test drive, now with brakes and everything. So yeah, really worth pushing there. Otherwise, like I said, Spal's gaming stream on Friday, most likely like a random thing, either Tarkov, either something else, I don't know yet. Most likely Tarkov, but it's gonna be a short one, 3.5 hours, so be there and be early, because yeah, I have a very important race on Saturday, so that's gonna be interesting. So on this, guys, I love you all, and I'll catch you later. 07 everyone, bye bye.